I'm sharing as we speak. Hello. Hi. Welcome.
Thanks, friendo!
Thanks, I wanted to cry today.
You're welcome. I've listened to that about 15 times and I cried about 17 of those times. Anyway, hi. Oh, hey, thank you very much for the 32 months, Verde. Today's not Strangers of Paradise Day. Today is not God of War Day. I don't like that I didn't technically finish the goddamn thing. So we're gonna do cleanup today. So that's two things. One, it's gonna be a shorter stream today. Because I'm literally just playing to do some cleanup. Did you see the Close in the Distance, AMV? It's now available to me because, like I said on Twitter, I have now unlocked my limiter and I have erased my muted words specifically for Endwalker. What I've tried to do, though, is because I already was slightly spoiled on a certain somebody showing up. So I've blocked their name, and I also blocked the name of the the patch. Because thankfully, the patches are named. So I can just block the names of the patches. So I've decided to do that, and that's going to be my way of hopefully surviving. But now I get to see everyone's cool art and memes about Endwalker. And cry every time I see it. Just block the account. It's easy. I can't be just shooting people in the face second. Besides, that might include you, sir. You have 6.2 spoilers in your goddamn name on the Twitter. I don't want to shoot you in the face. I like you. I'm trying to not shoot the people I like in the face. No prisoners, not even me. Oh shit. He said we ain't taking nobody home. We ain't the Woman King. We're not taking no prisoners. Hey, by the way, I watched The Woman King. That's a good movie. And on top of that being a good movie, that's a movie directed by the director of Love and Basketball. Why ain't nobody tell me that before I went to see it? I'm just like, hold up. As we're sitting in the theater, and it's like, also directed by this director. And it did a whole trailer thing because it was an Alamo Draft House, so they do a whole like 30-minute lead up to the movie, not just the trailers before. So they have a whole trivia thing, you know. And during it, it was like, oh yeah, the director, she made Love and Basketball. I was like, ain't this some shit? And it went, and then I need to see the rest of the cinematography because I'm like, there ain't no way this jumped from Love and Basketball to The Woman King, right? And I don't even mean in terms of quality because Love and Basketball is a classic. I just mean in terms of content. I'm trying to... Yeah. Okay. Listen here, you little butt. Hi. How are you? Oh, now you want to fight your way out, huh? Now you want to fight me? You're not going to look at me? Not gonna look me in my face? You're just gonna run away? You see this? You see that? You see the way we act in front of public? You see this? Do you understand me? You're a goddamn villain. I love you so much. Fight me. Fight me with your little paws. Do it. I dare you. Yeah, wag your tail. Alright. Does that count as a pet the babies? It was just me and my cat harassing each other. So yeah, we're gonna talk to everybody else. And then I'm gonna... Oh, sorry, by the way, I figured I'll just do this solo, because I'm legit, like, I don't plan to be here longer than an hour and a half. You gave her a little kiss, so I think that counts. Okay. And then I'm going to do one other piece of cleanup that I should have done off screen, but then I saw what it was about specifically for me as a healer, and I was like, I should get some wrap up for those guys. So I'm gonna go do my my class quest. So that's gonna have us hanging out with Fordola and Ehrenvold. So we get to see what's up with them. And Robon. But yes, before that, let us actually complete Endwalker. God damn it. Hey, Matoya. I love that you just get to have this theme associated with you now. We're saying our farewells too. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you. Something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the foul days subsided. Yeah, go ahead. I always love to hear your thoughts. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpses of the Ea, of their culture and philosophy. Yes, quite. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. Oh, are you thinking about getting into the author game? Do you need a publishing house? And reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. Yeah, that's all great and all, you stroller, but think of the money. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity. Oh, she's one of them artsy-tartsies. She's an artsy-fartsy-tartsy. Like, I truly can't describe to you the full epicness of such an occasion. Deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon another. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yeah, shut up. Just write the goddamn book. Even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them? Write a book. Let them be read and remembered. Big book. I want to read it. And then someone tries to read what a blind woman wrote and is just confused. She'll be able to see it. Ink has ether in it. Blonde isn't quite where I was angling at. Autocorrect. Yeah. Birthday was like, yeah, wow. Taco at the height of humor. We living in this year of our Lord 2022. Nah, son. This is 2005, baby. Bring back the jellies and the fucking frosted tips. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new thing. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Oh, are you saying that because you're Matoya's student or because you're blind as shit? Alright. Estinian! And then we'll talk to Pops. And then we'll talk to the children. I am including Kral and the children. Why does he get hijinks wall market music? What have you done to my Estinian video? Oh, because of this. Fucking Christ, Estinian. Well said. Well said. All right, see you later. Bye. That's our whole Is this really how we're gonna say good? If you have something to say, then out with it. This motherfucker. I should just hold on this. Be like, nah, I ain't gotta say shit. I'm waiting for you. This ain't for me. This ain't for me. Just worried how you earn your keep now. And without me, how are you gonna manage to actually be of worth? You talk as if the sign's dissolution was more than mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Are you being paid well, Estinian? Do you have a place? Do you need a rental? I could get you some of the housing or something. You could take my room in my free company. You don't gotta, come on, boy. Or talk to Aim. I know you proud, but ask Amric if he got a room. Offer me a position as a guardsman. Oh, okay, so he straight up did. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment and have. Oh, have you? Where at? 7 days ago, a Hanish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. One requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. Oh, okay. Didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons like it's not. Of course. Okay, so you got some... That works. Yeah. Yeah, baited when we defeated Medion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Okay, so what are you needed for at Razatan? Most have already returned home. Two warriors standing 5 feet apart, staring each other down because they're antisocial. Look, it's not that I'm antisocial. Estinian's antisocial. It's not that I'm antisocial. It's that I'm tired of being social. There's a hard difference here. I have on multiple occasions attempted to have a vacation, and the world and the universe straight up would not let me. I think I closed my eyes for all of 12 hours. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict. So wary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgard's did give up, and hope he made the journey to distant Etheirys with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony, as their legacy and their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. Should you ever need of me? Oh, I will do, buddy. Will do. Oh, McDonald's customer service was shut the fuck up. Okay, so that's in, and then that added a. I gotta talk to Papa Thancred, but first I have to make sure that nothing explodes. I don't want to be doing this right now, but I actively, for once in my life, so close to just having nothing be on this stupid board for when I'm like about to go to sleep, and I just wanted to stay that way for once, and they fight me. Started that Cyberpunk show because I needed something to watch. Okay, how is it? How's the trigger? Is it triggering? Okay, so that and that. And then to do my, and that's for later. That's for tomorrow. All right, Thancred. Up. At some points, it's kind of off. Is that just trigger being trigger, or I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come? Ahem. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you for that matter, on the mend, I trust. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Glad to hear it. You're in a bad way, and healing magic said no. I'm impressed by how swiftly you've recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Medion defeated, her song of oblivion cut short. The source and all her reflections delivered from the far days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you had held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. Aw, look at his father. Look at this dad. As for a lesser gift, however, next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Ulianje as aimless wandering. We've a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in absence of science on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We'll do our best to help out where and when we can. which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell I am faring well and leave it at that. Oh. No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, it is the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this space, thence to return when our work was done? On the day the signs came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged. And never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Jax. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. I honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. And then I skipped it. Super hard. If you ever need me, just call. I'm gonna guess that's exactly what was said, and I don't care. Alright. We're ending on Alfie. It's only right. Hey, Kral. How are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? Yes. Plenty. I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find your notes before. When he came to me in Charlian, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word and you defeated him despite your early exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express it. Shut up. It was the greatest fight I've ever had in my life. It worked out. You did the right thing. Yeah, listen. I'm super happy it turns out he could still dragon transform with Mother Crystal in his belly. It was great. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. Wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the foe without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Aldicion. Through our work, Charlene will strengthen its ties with other nations that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika, and our other remaining members. Together will continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel a love for the task itself. Anytime, homie. Let me punch some. I'm gonna switch to monk right now. Apparently, despite never picking up the class, I'm really good at punching. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable companion. Yeah. You know what, crowd? I like you. You know why I like you? Because you talk the least. Succinct. To the point. Some other big word that I don't actually know the correct meaning to. Prescient. I was writing a letter to my parents. As busy as father has been, tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlene. Both Allie and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilsabard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helmed the relief effort, with support from our allies, people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the temper across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, do not seek redemption for failing Lucinia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. I'll visit when I can. Yeah, he doesn't have to write me. I'll show up. By all means. Full glad would I be for your visit, and I believe I speak for Allie as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eosia, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so. And no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can never look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. I hope that this Charlian song is now tied to Alfie forever. The same way that I hear Graha in the FF3 theme, the same way that I get to have Matoya's theme with Y'shtola. I really hope that Alfie just gets to have the Charlian theme now, because that's just wholesome. That's the song of hope. All right. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. Yep. Let's go. With your permission, then. Your attention, please, at risk of spoiling the mood. The time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet. Be well. Songs. I finally got my puppy. And a little baby, Vino. And then the songs. Ooh. That's a spicy meatball right there. That's some good shit. Yeah, now show me what was happening while I was having a happy-go-lucky time. What villainy has popped up, even though I just saved the entire universe. You have to have a down-to-earth arc after you save the universe arc.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then.
The villain has to be a mirror of myself. Wait, shit, I killed Xenos.
If he's received word of any
Crap.
recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library.
All right.
And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
Oh.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlian before we set off.
I like that these guys are road trip buddies.
To ask after the Loperids. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Like, granted, it's because it's dad and uncle, but they're brothers at this point. Official, but
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Mm-hmm.
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
We're not even going to the furthest places yet. We gotta go off the map.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
What are you talking about? What? I ain't got no plans. I'm taking a nap.
Quite right.
Don't look at me like that. I'm sleeping.
Fair point.
I'm taking...
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
I'm taking the blood crystal of Graha. I'm going in the crystal tower, and I'm locking the door behind me, because that way I know none of y'all motherfuckers gonna wake me up. Oh, shit. Hey, Medion. Is that a regular bird or is that actually? Away. A big ass crystal tower in the background. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Oh. What could possibly be happening back in the past that I didn't see? I never figured out.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
Yeah, I know who you are, Elidibus. I was literally about to say I never learned how he saw me.
Something.
Yeah, I was like, I just remembered I never figured out when he saw me.
Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers.
What are you seeing?
Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium.
Wait, Pandemonium is like actually connected to the main story?
Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
And as she told you, wait, so is he talking about but not telling him about me? Was I the guiding star? It's like I can't investigate until my guiding star shows up. That me? I'm a pretty star. Quests to unlock new content have now become available in Old Charlian. Yada yada. Rest well, champion of Theris, for many more adventures await you. Oh. Yeah. I didn't know we were doing 2 nights. Yeah, we're doing 2 nights because I just wanted to do some cleanup. I was like, nah, I don't like the fact that I was that close to the true and like actually finishing, and then I was like, I'm sleepy. So it's gonna be short tonight. Also, I have to announce a thing after we do everything. And I have to pop all of these. All right. First, I'm gonna read hers. There once was a woman who selflessly served her fellow man as Asum. Even after stepping down, she continued in this mission and went on to become a divinity that hope may endure. This mammoth was made in her honor. All right, yeah, come on. Come on, Venat. Thank you. All right. Oh, hey, Radvan. Right. The next thing we were going to do that I had planned was we're going to Razadhan. That is a tiny little baby. Lalafell. Because I need to speak with some hoes. There are some hoes afoot. And I gotta find out what they're hoeing about. Time to do my job quest out of order, alright? I can't wait to find out how the final days are screwing up Alamiga. Yeah, I just caught that. Hold up. The funky new Razadhan beat. Hey. All right. Everyone calm down. Shut up. Woo. 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 Get it. Hey. This is stanky. This is disgusting. Play it again. All right. Oh my god. If you're right to lend us your aid, I'll prize you of the situation. Yes, I would love to lend you aid after I defeated the threat. We received reports of a creature believed to be a blasphemy stalking the streets of Alamigo. Troops have been assigned to track and slay the beast, but there are likely to be casualties. With most of our healers posted elsewhere, we had thought to petition you for aid. Let me help, homie! We're in your debt, we shall inform Commander Aldine forthwith. My comrades in the Immortal Flames will be glad to have you watching over them. As there have been no sightings of any blasphemies in our lands, we have joined our Alamigan allies in the hunt for the fiend. Trouble is, the majority of our own healers are working day and night to treat the tempered Imperials captured at Paglither. For that reason, we too will be glad of your help. Your presence alone will be of great comfort to the troops, I'm sure. As time is of the essence, I ask that you make your way to the Alamigan Quarter and report for duty. Commander Aldine is overseeing the hunt, and he will explain all upon your arrival. May Rauga grant you strength. Alright, what was I doing again? Video games! I gotta do Delibrum Regine all over again. Either that, or I have to go through 500 floors of Palace of the Dead for the next part of that frickin' relic weapon. God damn it, Shadowbringers, you bastard. Shadowbringers, you bastard. You know I need it. You know I want it. Hi, Blasphemy Hunter. You're adorable. Mr. Soppenheimer, we were told you were on your way, but this is even quicker than expected. I'll tell Commander Aldine you've arrived. One moment. Glad you could join us. Oh, wait, no, that's Rabon. Hey, Stinky! That's my boy, Stink Master 3000. Aye, aye, sir. He knows I jest. We're friends now. I joke about his smell. He jokes about my inability to ever find one moment of rest. I joke about his one arm. He calls me ableist. He's right. I say sorry. I'm ashamed of myself for making that joke in the year of our Lord 2022. And then he laughs and goes, ha 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 ha, and slaps me on the shoulder, doing his best to try and remove my arm. That's a large blasphemy. This Condecaeus only suffered minor injuries, but the fiend managed to escape and has not been seen since. We must find him soon, for as long as it remains at large, every man, woman, and child is at risk. True. Y'all be popping into blasphemies like daisies. As was the case in Thavnir, the blasphemy's very existence seems to spur the creation of lesser beasts. The longer it's allowed to roam free, the more tragedy our people suffer. That's just Titan weird. Did anyone see the change take place? Yeah, maybe Taco's right. There were several eyewitnesses who gave the same account. A man walking through the Alamigan Quarter fell to his knees all of a sudden, and a moment later transformed into the monstrosity we now pursue. There's a bug flying around me and I have to kill it. But beyond the fact he was a young Highlander, we know next to nothing about him. Even the descriptions of his appearance are too vague to help identify the lad. And we've no clues as to his name or background. For all we know, he might not even have been born in Alamigo. Might have been the son of refugees come to visit. There are other possibilities we're investigating, though. As said, I doubt his circumstances are unique. Blasphemies and beasts are born when men are overcome by despair, and whatever drove him to turn likely could have done the same to another. Therefore, if we are to prevent future tragedies, it is imperative that we identify and address the underlying cause. Until we do, we'll have no choice but to deal with the afflicted the only way we know how, by granting them a quick death. But now I would have you join the hunt and keep my men from falling prey to these creatures. Are you up to it? Yeah, you know me, homie. You know I got the chops. You know I got the cheddar biscuit. Alagana. Okay. Troops stationed there, I've already put them down, but we're wounded in the process. Aye, Captain, sir. I'm gonna heal them real good, real quick. Yeah. Wait, I just realized my gold is showing up as... Yeah. Showing my gold right now. I don't need to see it, but it makes me feel safe. Woo! Feels good to be able to fly everywhere. Best feeling in my life. May I never have to feel that pain ever again for another 12 to 18 months. Hello, friends. Are these the wounded fools? Time like these that our lack of healers is most sorely felt. They say they have yet to receive any treatment at all. See to the wounds while I survey the area. Got it. Once I've completed my patrol, I'll head to the village to gather eyewitness reports. Look for me thereafter. Yeah, I got this. Okay, I'm happy that it at least shows me doing like a healing stance. I was gonna be like, am I just gonna reach my hand out and be like, I healed them, I'm like the Jesus. You're Jax, aren't you? I can't believe it. You're the one who inspired me to join the resistance in the first place. I've come to save me in our hour of need. I'll never forget this. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, remember that time that creator of I've destroyed the joke. Creator of Hellsing decided to create another anime called Drifters where Jesus was the villain. Good times. Saw them change right before my eyes. Those weren't monsters got killed by innocent men. What have I done? Had to be done. There were others we had to protect, and thanks to you, I can continue to do just that. No, I do not remember that at all. What are you actually talking about? I've never heard of this. But it's more fun to make you go, what? Instead of ever explaining myself. Family, so they understand. Okay. Creator of Hellsing has created a new manga, which has been adapted at least one season of, called Drifters. Premise of Drifters is literally fucking Fate. It's pretty much Fate, except they're dropped into some alternate world. They're not like historical figures and heroes from the past or legend. They're just dropped into isekai world that we don't know who's putting them in there yet, really, but we just know that it's some huge game type thing. And there are factions, or they drop in as individual units, but then a bunch of the historical figures and people are creating factions. The good faction, or no, not the good faction, but a democratic alliance of nations within that universe was run by Hitler, who is reformed, very good man. And the bad guys are run by Jesus. We don't know why yet, or I don't know why yet. I'm sure it's been answered in the manga by now, but I only watched the anime, and by the end of season 1, it wasn't explained yet why Jesus was an evil. And so I shall never know, because I don't think it got picked up for a second season. And that's the story of Drifters. That's not the actual story. I just decided to tell you the wildest things about it. Treating the wounds of those soldiers, you have my thanks, and theirs too, no doubt. You must remain vigilant. I've also spoken with several people who witnessed the moment of the transformation, though the ordeal has understandably left them rather shaken. I can't imagine why. What do you mean? What are you trying to say? It's an amazing premise. Also, hi, Aaronvold. As for me, I've been kept busy with this and that, like getting the hang of this wheelchair. Obviously, it has its limitations, but it gets me where I need to go. Been working with this new organization as well, which is what brought me here. But no sooner had I arrived than those locals turned up. Ragnfrid, I heard you were there when it happened. What can you tell us? The ones who underwent the change are the very people we were trying to help. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. The meeting lease held in the royal palace marked a turning point for all of Garabania. It spurred us to open a dialogue with peoples and communities we otherwise would have shunned. But there's still so many problems to be addressed and countless souls struggling to build new lives for themselves. I decided to form a volunteer group, the Silver Griffins. Our main concern is the welfare of Alamegans who sided with the Empire, for whatever reason, and helping them find their place in society, in particular the surviving families of the Crania Lupi. Oh, this has to be fun. Yeah, I thought you despised the skulls, homie. I had like a whole chain of quests over here about how you like screw them. We'll never take them back into our families, into our lives, into this society. They've done too much evil. Make no mistake, I'm not forgiving them. I don't have that in me, and I doubt I ever will, but the memory of that day in the palace of Hydaelyn asking to be locked up again after saving us all stayed with me. Got me to thinking about why she and the other youths would commit such atrocities. Why they'd swear to serve the Empire, and the answer was simple. Because they'd seen what we'd seen and suffered much the same. In a hell where all were condemned, they chose to betray one brother to save another. That's how the Garleans win, not by breaking you, but by making you break yourself. By making that choice the right one for a man at the end of his tether. Healing only begins with liberation, and some scars never will regardless. Those who've returned from foreign lands may have difficulty carving out the living here, but the ones who'd pledged allegiance to Garlemald. This is not the Alamigo we dreamed of, but after 20 years of misery, I'll not see it all thrown away because we can't come to terms with the past. That's why I formed the Silver Griffins, to see that no one is cast aside. Scars I support, and it's what brought me here today. I've been acting as a mediator. Okay. I'm slightly concerned about the way that they've rigged Arenvald's upper body. And it catches my eye every time he turns to listen to Ragnfried. Yeah, where's this headed? Comes as no surprise, akin to a mentor and murdered fellow Alamegans. Anyone with a conscience would feel shame and guilt, and for some it might be too much to bear. Think I might know why they're turning us away. It's a sensitive matter, though. So let's go somewhere we won't be overheard. Yeah, so they're straight up being taken over by negative emotions over the guilt, the pressure. The feeling of, ain't no way we can fix what we've done. And then popping. One of the men who turned, I saw his memories. I'll not pretend I understand it, but tell us what you learned. I only caught a glimpse, but that was enough. It was during the occupation, a man raising his son, only the two of them, but they were a family. Keep his boy clothed and fed, he chose to side with the Empire. He knew what others would say, but he did it anyway. And so he was branded a traitor. Every day his son listened to the jeering, the insults, but there was nothing he could do. When he came of age, he joined the Skulls in the hope it would make life easier for his father. He never dared to question his orders, no matter how depraved. Well, and then he died in the revolution, but not before killing his own countrymen. His father wept not for the betrayer and murderer, but for the man he could have been. He blamed it all on himself right up until the change took him. Oh, it was Dad who changed over the death of his son. He and his boy have finally found the peace they were denied in life. Alas, theirs is an all too familiar tale. They cannot forgive themselves, nor can they see how anyone else could. Yeah. Trapped by that despair, they turn. Sins of their kin weigh heavy on them. They think themselves undeserving of our compassion. Growing up half Garlean and Alamigo, I know how it feels to be shunned and hated, to hate myself. For so long as we give ourselves and others a chance, we can change for the better. And while I might not be as clever or eloquent as someone like Alphino, I know I can make a difference. I may not be quite the swordsman I used to be, but I'm still a fighter at heart. And I owe it to Aaba and Arlie to make the most of this life so long as I've got it. I believe in you, Arenvald. We Silver Griffins will give our all to see that no more beasts or blasphemies ravage Garabania again, so Commander Aldine, do we have your approval to continue our work? Of course. There's no enemy more formidable than despair, and I'd be a fool to refuse your help. Even a single one of our people has succumbed to this transformation is proof of our failure to protect them. Therefore, I pledge the Silver Griffins my unconditional support. Together we will prevail. Look at that. Look at Robon being like, yeah, we got an army, but you know what we're gonna put our funding into? We're gonna put our funding into fucking mental health. Look at that shit. What a king. What a goddamn leader. Robon said, universal healthcare. Yeah. But now let's return to the city. Shout out to therapy. That's him. That's my husband, Rob. That's my husband. That's my father. Back at the Alamecan quarter, you say? Back at the cheeks. I'm sorry. Ever since I've been to our old Charlian, I now sing every song like a fucking idiot. It must be done. Did you know that FF14 has the most beautiful fucking soundtrack of my life? Fucking Flow. I can't. I'm so tired. Close in the Distance and Flow have been on repeat, both in my headphones and through my TV speaker the entire day. I've just been doing work and listening to that. Just shoot me. End me. I didn't know Amric and Ulianje got married. Filing for divorce as we speak. It was the same for me when I believed that my failures had led to the Sultana's assassination. Despair and self-loathing were indescribable. I was fortunate that you and the other scions came to my rescue. That I had friends who convinced me I was more than some of my worst mistakes. I must do the same for the people of Alamika. We must help them to heal and find the strength to not forgive, then come to terms with who we were. This is precisely why the work of the Silver Griffins is so vital. Though our problems are not new, the emergence of this deadly phenomenon means we cannot afford to delay addressing them any longer. So you can send me this. Oh, no. Oh. Second said, give me my gifts back. You don't appreciate a true man. Like Ulianje. Like Yuri and the J. He shoots, he scores. 5 points. Alright, round 2. The Butcher's Blade. Struggle prevent the emergence of beast grows increasingly. Oh, it's gotten worse. Good. Good. I did a little healing. I listened to a nice story. Am I gonna do any killing? Silver Griffin's been keeping busy. Oh, they've been very busy. As have I and my men, but I'm afraid we've little to show for our efforts. Although we've been searching high and low for the blasphemy, we've seen neither hide nor hair. Unfortunately, everyone else has had better luck. We've received reports of lesser beasts throughout Gerbania, and putting them down is as important as hunting the blasphemy that got away. Complicated matters, rumors have been circulating that these beasts were the Skull's kin. While this was true of the recent incident in Alagana, we cannot have people jumping to conclusions given what they might feel tempted to do. It has been suggested that we take these individuals into custody, for their own protection as much as the safety of others, but that would only isolate them even further and give credence to rumors. Recent unrest has hindered the efforts of the Silver Griffins to no end. Therefore, I ask that you aid them in their endeavors and see if there is aught that can be done. Also, you'll be joined by another volunteer. Try not to be too surprised. Who could it be? I thought I felt my ears burning. Who might it be? Oh, look, it's everyone's favorite second wife. Look, second, it's your wife. It's your woman. Your pride and joy. Don't be like that. This is what you agreed to. Besides, you never know when you might have need of a healer, and there's none better than Jax. I just want to hang out with Fordola. Like, I just want to be chilling on the beach with Fordola. We drinking Mai Tais, both on our chairs, and then some dumbass gets in front of her, so he blocks her son, and then upon having her son being blocked, she like gets into a full-out brawl with like 5 other, like the dude and his 4 friends, and I'm still there sipping my Mai Tai out of a coconut. I just want that imagery to be real. I feel like that's reasonable. If anyone so much as mentions skulls, I'll deal with it. Understood? If only I could do a Scottish accent. Let's get yourself a... Nope, not trying. She's as much at risk of turning as anyone, maybe even more so. You don't need the echo to see the weight she's carrying. She's still not got a handle on her own echo either. Sometimes the visions come without warning, and with such force, that's all she can do to stay standing. There's no telling what might happen when she comes face to face with the family of her former comrades, so look out for her, please. Still waiting for the ironworks to give Arenvald a way to walk. Eileen, if Alligans had to G Warrior, they had prosthetics, right? Maybe Arenvald is the Rock Lee of this world? Oh, he's just gonna train himself into walking again? Maybe. Follow Fordola's lead. We're counting on you both, but be ready to step in even if she curses you for it. Will do. You know who I have to go see after shunning her for months now, after pretending like I wasn't fully in love with this woman for an entire expansion and a half, like halfway through Stormblood, still in love with Hilda. I'm gonna come back home to like 4 babies. I'm be like, wait, when I wasn't even here for this. They're all yours. But how? What, when? They're quadruplets. Oh shit. And they've been gone. And they've been gone for 5 years. Gotta love. Oh wait. Gotta level machinist to 60 for that extra Hilda content. Oh, shit. Okay, before I play 6.1, I'm gonna go unlock machinist. I had a feeling Robon would send you, Jax, but as for her. If you got any complaints, take it up with the commander. No, it's fine. Truth be told, ever since that day at the Royal Palace, I've been thinking. Stop. Don't give a shit. The matter at hand, then. We Silver Griffins have been working to support the relatives of the Craniolupi. One family has gone missing. A mother and her parents, who live together under the same roof. One of ours paid them a visit, but they were nowhere to be seen, and when they went inside to check, they found the house has been torn to shreds. Thick gouges in the floor and the walls, made by beast claws by the look of them. I think they've turned. That's the most likely explanation. Please, do what you must before anyone else is hurt. West, I go east. Got it. Alright, everybody. I immediately started going the wrong way. It's fine. Hop, hop, and away! Yeah! It's my big boy. Remember all of those days back in the day where I would just zoom in and be like, look at that chocobo butt. Remember that? Good times. We've come so far since the days of chocobo butt. We've come so far. Pop. I see demons. Oh. Wait. That's an actual demon. Shit. Gotta learn how to use the power of friendship and gun each just fast. Damn right. Also, yeah, hold on. I remember how to play. It's been so long since I've heard this fucking battle music. Yeah, let's go, baby. Da, da, da. Da, ja, ja. Da, 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 da. I never realized that motif was underlying this whole time. Isn't that wild? In the dirt you spy an envelope contained a crumpled tear-stained letter. Ah, shit. Dear mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Time is short, so I must keep this brief. Although I have never done anything to make you proud, I promise you things will be different when the war is over. Until then, take care and know that I love you with all my heart. Placing the letter back into its envelope, you turn your attention to find Alice. Yeah, Mom read a letter from dead childs of the war and turned. Got it. Listen, I was already a gunbreaker. I'm now deciding to go full gun. I'm reaching my final evolution where I say screw the slashing part. I'm just going to shoot them twice. Just shoot them again. Shoot them harder. Have you ever thought about shooting them harder though? You know? Oh. Team America is a gunbreaker, a sage, and two. I can be all of Team America? Yeah. All right. What did you drop? Time-worn wedding ring. Oh, this is Pops. With the name and date engraved on the inside. With seemingly no more clues to be found, you decide to report to Ragnarok. Yep. I found the parents. Ahahaha. They're okay. They're perfectly safe. Mm-hmm. I'm back. You know, once I'm finally caught up with everything, you know what I really should do? I should do every side quest that doesn't have a blue check mark on it. I'm sure that won't lead to pain and suffering. It is as we fear. I just see them and I'm like, what are, besides leveling, there has to be more than that. It's, look at all the sick lore that I miss on a daily basis by ignoring them, you know? I gotta do 5 million quests. Found a kill a third, it was carrying this. What was yours carrying? Matching ring. I'll deliver these effects to the next Echidna ranch. Oh, the first one I killed was the kid. There's no change in the past. We'll always carry it in the scars. No matter who we were or what we did, we're Alamegans then now. Empire was our enemy then, and now it's despair. Good words and deeds will serve us best in this fight. Weapons even as an old man like me can yet wield. Some in A Realm Reborn areas and like a storyline, if you do all of them, and like a small, oh, interesting. Yeah, see? Look at that. All these things I'm missing. Missing villagers may finally be laid to rest, and the other Silver Griffins will redouble our efforts to prevent any further explosions. I finished checking the ware, sir. Good work. Take a rest, lad. You've more than earned it. Thank you, sir. Jesus Christ, do you see that man's face? Everett's younger brother was a member of the Cranial Lupi. He's exactly the sort of person we're trying to help. Like many of the others, he was reluctant to talk to us at first. But after we'd gained his trust, we were able to help him find work. He's taken to it well. He seems like a good lad. Uh-oh. It's her, the butcher! Fordola, I need you to move away from him before he... God damn it. Traitors, all of us. Kinslayers deserving of hate and death, hate and death. Don't you dare. You stop it. You stop it right now. No transforming into goddamn camp. Well. I'm guessing what you saw isn't great, huh? And now I have to kill him. He seemed like a good lad. This is unfortunate. Uh-oh. We said move back, dummy. Ooh. Yeah, that had to hurt. Good thing you have a floating shield on your back. Oh. Even after you do a good deed. Adola saved a girl's life. I know, but she's... disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to be good to Fordola because I swear to God, the last thing I need is to fight a blasphemy created from Fordola. One, I'd be sad. But two, something tells me it would be fucked up strong. Could you go after Fordola and see to her wounds? I'll do what I can here. Gotcha, man. Yeah, also, what you gonna do about sorry about losing your stable hand there. I probably should have realized that he was gonna have a traumatic relapse upon seeing the leader of the skulls. That may have not helped much. Probably didn't help at all, really. Because I like how Ehrenwald and Robon were very concerned. It was like, you know, if anyone was going to transform, the most likely candidate's Fordola because of how much pain and suffering she's had. Meanwhile, I'm like, that's true, but also she literally is a trigger for people. Like, she is a walking trigger. So many people will turn just from witnessing her up here. Oh, shut up and take these heals. You just won't get sad. I'm a healer. Let me do my job, dumbass. Like a dog with a bone. Go on then, make it quick. Healing. So how was your day at work? Did you make any new friends? Quarrel can't change its spots. And there's no washing the blood off my hands, nor would I, even if I could. Taking up Garlean steel was the first choice, but not the last. Like the first kill, the hardest. Every choice after that came easier and easier, until I stopped counting, stopped caring. You tell yourself it's right, it's for the greater good. You give the order, feel the ground tremble after as cans fires. When the dust settles and your own men are buried beneath the rubble, and you tell yourself. Yeah, remember that time you killed like all of the skulls? Like 90%. I literally just said Fordola. I will slap it out of you. Fordola, don't make me slap it. I won't let it take you. Man, the village I saw us past. I'm the one who killed his brother. Ah. I'll be alright. I just need a moment. Can you wait with me? Yeah, I can wait, man. Yeah, just punch the sad out of her. Had I known that this entire time the answer to all of this would just have been leveling Monk, I would have unlocked Monk. No one told me that was the end game. Punch the despair out. Punch Xenos to death. It's just punch. It was just punch the whole time. The answer to the universe the EO were looking for was to punch. All I know is everyone would have been better off if I had never been born. Oh, shush. I'm not having that talk here. But I was. And I dragged others into a hell of my own making. I remember these two brothers in particular, childhood friends of mine. The older one enlisted with me, but the younger. Damn it. We never made it as a soldier. Ansfrid died at Specula Imperatoris, but his brother's still out there somewhere. Not that I've got the courage to face him after what I did. I hope he's found the life he deserves. Haven't tried playing Monk and Endwalker, but I had a job quest for it. Not all of the Crania Lupi at the towers died. Oh, I'm glad he made it out, but too many others didn't. Too many others still need our help. I helped make this blasphemy, and by Raga, I'll kill the bastard if it's the last thing I do. Anyway, that's enough from me, out of me. I'll be heading back to the city to make my report. I suggest you do likewise. Alright. That's quest 2. My brain says it's a triplet. Like, I'm assuming triplet. All good things come in threes, you know? What? There was a... What Super Mario was it that first destroyed me? I think it's Super Mario Sunshine. The first... Like, the first mini-boss, like the Goop Piranha plant you fight, is still 3 hits. But the first time you fight PD Piranha, he's 4 hits. Or something like that. And I was like... I was so thrown. I think it was Super Mario Sunshine, which was the first time I was like, they broke the rule of 3. These bastards. Hydaelyn's already given her account. I'd like to hear yours too. Well, you see. She almost turned into a beast herself. We'll have to take that into consideration before sending her into the field again. As far as the events in Alagana are concerned, the 2 of you did well. Despite the appearance of several beasts, you were able to prevent any further casualties. However, this serves to confirm that those with connections to the cranial loop beast should be considered at risk of turning. Over the years, many of them have drifted away from the larger settlements and have taken to living in secret. Others made their way to Oda as refugees, including some individuals of interest. As such, we'll be working closely with the Immortal Flames to locate and offer support to those refugees in particular. In fact, I plan to make the journey there for an audience with the Sultana. Once my preparations are complete, perhaps you might accompany me. Alright. You think it still might be the top melee DPS? Nice. A new battleground. Are these all the way to 90? No, right? Here to see Commander Aldine, I take it. Was I supposed to have been doing these since 85? Job quests on the greatest, but most of the games job quests. And yep, they go to level 9. Oh, shit. Oops. Nobody told me. No one told me. Blasphemy continues to elude us, all the while driving others to succumb to despair and churn. Even with Alamegan and Old Dawn forces searching for signs of the beast and more potential victims, we've yet to discern a pattern in the chaos. Nevertheless, if our blasphemy is like others, its behavior is likely dictated by the passions and regrets of the man it once was. Therefore, any information concerning him and the life he led may help us track it down. It's meant to be the replacement for job quests now, I think it's... Oh, right. I remember you guys mentioned that, yeah. Because I haven't had a job quest in forever. Want people to shun the families of the skulls any more than they already are, but the fact remains, the vast majority of the beasts have been born from them. Hydaelyn concerns me too. She came close to transforming once before, so I think it might be best if we keep her out of this after all. She deserves a chance. Oh, you have a problem with the monk quests. It doesn't take a lot. Damn. I'm inclined to agree with Jax. She was able to resist the transformation. Yeah, she powered through. She hunkered down and made love to the thought of being transformed. Actually, I was hoping you'd come with us to meet the Sultana. I believe she would benefit greatly from your understanding of the struggles our people face. You'd gain from the experience too. While she's not the sort to brandish a sword and charge into battle, you soon discover she's a champion of her own arena, as brave as any warrior. What's this villainry happening in my chat? I swear to God. Ehrenwald and I will go on ahead and wait for you in the hustling strip. Everything's quality, then nothing is, Joe. Haven't you? Why does that sound like a Metal Gear quote? Haven't you learned, Snake? Oh, Jesus Christ. Too old, I started flying and then I realized there's no need. You gotta have the good and the bad. You gotta have the meme, Snake. Snake. Standing here somewhere is the entrance to Hildebrand. That's where the samurai that I wasn't expecting. Oh, there he is. There's the entrance to Hildebrand. Nope, it's not you. How dare you, Wymond? How dare you lie to me? Anyway. We were going to a place, and then I got lost. All right. I'm gonna go touch the crystal. Yeah, everyone's got to do the Hildy. What was it that's locked behind Hildebrand again? That put everyone into a fucking blood rage. Goddamn plans to murder the queen. Oh, that's where the relic weapons are? Great. That's wonderful. Good. That sounds perfect. Hey, look, it's Papa Sean. Master Papa Sean was just telling us that Dynamo, or should I say Lady Lilira, has gone on another jaunt about the city. It was not my place to question her grace's judgment. I do wish she had consulted me before running off on her own. And perhaps I'm overthinking it, but it's unlike her to keep guests waiting. If I may say so, sir, with blasphemies appearing throughout the land, it's a dangerous time to be going for a stroll. I suspect that may be the very reason she wishes to see for herself how the citizenry fare in these trying times. We'll find her then. Yay, let's go find Lady Lilira. No, I couldn't possibly allow such a scene. Shut up. We might be here on official business, but we're old friends. And as you may remember, I have a knack for tracking down errant sultanas. Some may say the knack is rather charitable. I should be glad for the assistance. Let's take a look around here. Quizzing the locals will give me an opportunity to learn of recent goings-on. Well then, there's no time like the present. Fear not with me on the case. This will be over before you know it. I have a question. Wait, before you roll off, Aaron Vault. Okay, you're not rolling off. Oh. This place isn't very disability friendly. There are no amenities. How is he gonna get up the... There's no slopes. What, we're just gonna wheelie him up this and then have him do a side grind over here? That still doesn't get him up all the way. Does a magical lift chair pop up here and then just take him along the rail? I want to speak to the manager. That's in like 2 months. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa Sean. Probably in like a month or so. 6.2 has been out for about 3 weeks. It's only been that long. So much time I thought had passed. Nope. I have eyes. Alright, Raban, are we gonna do the whole press R2 to spot an idiot? Been some time since I last combed these streets for young Lilira. As a matter of fact, Papa Sean and I would compete to see which of us could find her first. As I recall, most of the contests ended in my favor. The trick, you see, is to look past the disguise and pay attention to the gestures and mannerisms. Tiniest movement that might give her away. Come, I'll show you how it's done. That's exactly what we're doing, isn't it? Oh no, I'm just following you. Okay. I'm good. Was that over here? Was that over there? She's fond of perusing the stalls here. Oh, I see. Was that her entering the heat of battle? I saw that buff go off. I'm not seeing her, Raban. I'm not seeing her. She could be anywhere. She's devious. If she's not here, where could she be? What if she's been abducted? What if she's just at the other end of this fucking crescent? Alright. Now we're running. One of these pots. Perhaps not. Why would she be in a pot? Wait. I thought there was a plan, Roban. How did this devolve so quickly? This went from, you see, it's quite simple to find. Oh shit, where did she go? Or if she's getting high? Oh. Tried all her usual haunts, so unless she's hiding inside a barrel or something equally nonsensical, she must be elsewhere. Choose now of all times to run off. What if she's been abducted or run a follow beast? Don't worry about it, we'll find her. You're right, I know, but it's hard not to worry. Where could she be? So she's actively been, like, in a poisoning scheme. That doesn't mean you should just worry about the worst thing happening. Thought an animal went on this excursion because of the emergence of the blaspheming beast to better understand how her people are coping. So she'd be driven to seek out the most desperate and destitute. Pearl Lane, then. I have to lead the way? I don't fucking know where Pearl Lane is. Okay, that's why you want to fall behind. Pickpockets and the such and the like. I don't live in freaking Uldan. I'm a Lumpsa boy. I'm a Lumpsa lass. I don't freaking know where the heck anything is in this place. I'm lost here on a constant basis. I am lost. While it may not be immediately obvious, conditions here have improved considerably of late. Grace continues to support the rebuilding efforts of Garbania, which has led to the creations of jobs for many of the locals, both here and on the other side of the Belsair's wall. Nice. Oh, look. It's a conniving ne'er-do-well. Ask about the poor. In every society, there are the haves and the have-nots. And seldom is this divide more sorely felt than here in Ulda. Many of the young and able-bodied work for Lolorito as gods, though he earns more in an afternoon than most will in a lifetime. That's Lolorito, alright? Alright, where's she at? What's she sniffing? What's she snoofing? Oh. Found her. Nah, I'm Lady Lyra. Gasp. Rabon, what are you doing here? You answered that way too quickly. Like, I know you know it's Rabon calling you, but not yet due to commence for several minutes. Where's the meaning of this? Your word, and with good reason. These are far too dangerous times to be roaming about alone, Your Grace. Some things never change, but I assure you I'm quite capable of looking after myself in my own city of all places. More importantly, I wish to observe firsthand how the people have been faring of late. I might be better prepared to participate in our discussion later, but I have finished. You'll be comforted to hear. And pray allow us to escort you to more amenable surroundings. Would you care to ride on my shoulder? Certainly not. You've already attracted more than enough attention. You're the one who immediately answered him when he called out your name. Like, everybody knows. I guarantee this is one of those cases of, like, literally the entire city knows it's you, Queen, my Majesty, Your Grace. The entire city knows it's you. They're just all very nice, and it's like, oh look, the Queen's out and about again. Isn't she lovely? That's literally it. Like, don't we have a loving Queen that she's constantly doting over us in the city, pretending as if we don't know it's fucking her. All right, everybody here, everybody here. Oh, did she do a scene change? I wonder if our queen will come back from the dead. We could do a couple things to make that happen. I still don't understand this outfit. Like, does it have a wireframing at the bottom or something? I know it's supposed to kind of be reminiscent of old-timey, like 17th century British attire. So that's why I'm like, is there a whole ass wireframe inside that dress holding it out like that? If we are to deal with this threat, we must forearm ourselves with knowledge. Understand you come bearing information regarding the blasphemy and its victims. We have indeed. There's like 15 quests to this, isn't there? What quest did I start on? I started on level 85. Have I only done 3 quests though? If so, that's fine. There's no end to the struggles faced by Alamigan refugees and those who once pledged allegiance to the Empire, no exception. Rest assured that irrespective of their past, all will be treated with an even hand. Magnanimous as always, Your Grace. If I might be so bold, I have a question. What do you have in mind for those most at risk of undergoing the change? I believe there is but one recourse. Muffins. Earnest and open dialogue. Muffins. While some are born into unimaginable wealth, others suffer great hardship and oppression. The circumstances of our birth are beyond our control. Our fate subject to the whims of the gods, some would argue. I once thought myself a prisoner to my fate, a figurehead helpless to watch on as my people starved, powerless puppet. I wanted more than to cast it all aside to free us all, but failed for my naivety. The world is unfair, terribly so, but we have the power to push back against inequalities and injustices, if not to overcome them, or on blessed occasions, to love our neighbor and share in life's bounties, to open our hearts and come together as one. Truer words were never spoken. Aye, aye. Without the support of the people, such words are not but vain platitudes. Thankfully, my recent attempts to make inroads with the monetarists have met with some success. Despite differing views on many subjects, we've yet strived to find common ground. Common ground. We've been pouring all of our efforts into aiding families of the Cranialupi, and while it seemed to help to a degree, some have still succumbed and turned. Of course, they're not the only ones in danger. Alamegans everywhere, whether they side with the Empire, fought for the Resistance, or were caught in the middle, they all suffered. We all wake up in the night at times haunted by memories of death and despair. We know what can happen if those feelings are left to fester. The legacy of the Imperial occupation will not soon be forgotten. But rather than seek to forget, mayhap it is necessary to remember, to acknowledge and accept the truth of it, that they may properly mourn those they have lost. It's appropriate that I'm doing this one now, right? Is it appropriate? Damn. You think Yoshi P assassinated the queen so that he could be like, yo, look, our Final Fantasy XIV story is so appropriate. You know what? That's true. Yoshi P would never do something like that. Now, if this was a Yoko Taro joint, listen, I ain't saying he would, but I'm also not gonna say he wouldn't. If this was if this was an Itagaki joint, if you don't know Itagaki, that's the dude who made like Devil's Third, that crazy motherfucker. If this was an Itagaki joint, I'm gonna say I would straight up say he did it. There's no if or ands or buts. Nah, he did it. He did that one. That's him. Yep. Yep. Which is perfectly understandable, so I'll be listening to their opinions as well. After all, we want it to be a ceremony that brings Alamegans together. And I was wondering, Your Grace, if I might ask about your approach to, well, talking to people, winning them over. As you can tell, I'm no politician, so I'd be grateful for any advice you can share with me. I'd be delighted to, as a matter of fact. I have a number of matters I wish to discuss with you. And on that note, I suggest you and I return to Alamigo. That sounds like a quest done to me. I'm gonna let you know, Nanamo, you got me spending a whole lot of goddamn money teleporting everywhere, goddammit. Could I be using the tickets? Yeah, I could. Shut up. I turned that option off for a reason. Because I'm a goddamn frugal bastard. What if one day I need my 73 tickets? You never know. You must stand at the ready for whatever may occur. I shall send word if there ain't about hoarder. Nah, I don't have a hoarding problem. You have a hoarding problem. 88. Okay, it does look like it's one for each level. Okay, that's fine then. So we got 3 more. Yeah, how many do I have? I have 6 Vesper Bay tickets, like I'm ever gonna use those. But I have 72 Aetherite tickets. Woo! We're looking into reports of missing relatives of the Cranialupi. With the cooperation of the Silver Griffins, we're currently searching for any clues as to their whereabouts. Thanks to concerted efforts of Ragnfried and the others, the general public has been willing to cooperate with our investigation. But many still harbor feelings of distrust for the collaborators and their kin. They've grown more receptive to our cause on the whole. Anvald's been making steady progress in preparing for the memorial ceremony. In fact, he was wondering whether you could assist in delivering the invitations. Okay. This one sounds nice, quick, and easy. We just gotta deliver some papers. Da 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 da. Is he just... Oh, good. He is right over there. I hope during your ceremony that they get you wheelchair access, my boy. Wait, does it just fly? Wouldn't that also... But that would defeat the purpose of it being a wheelchair, right? If it just flew? Like, does it just get magic flight? Is it like... Is it technically a mount? Is what I'm asking. Did he pick up the aether currents and like, yeah, I could just fly around. It's fine. If we don't acknowledge the crimes of our kin in all their painful truth, then we do a disservice to the victims living and dead. But if we let people paint them as monsters who did monstrous things we believe we would never do, then we perpetuate a different but no less dangerous lie. As for preparing the event itself, I'll be holding a meeting with members from each of the settlements around Garabania. Sent invitations to most of them already, but I was hoping you'd help me with the last 2. Oh, Miraznan and Appearing Stones and Sarisha and... Oh! Okay. Gotta hit up the Makote as well as the Snake Ladies. Got it. Even if they refuse to join the ceremony, at least they will know and hopefully understand our reasons for holding the event. Granted, I've not had much practice in writing important letters, but I think they'll get the message. You being the one to deliver them will make a world of difference, I'm sure. Take care, won't you? Okay. This is... Oh, cool. And it does... I was wondering how that teleport would work. Yeah, let's hit up Pairing Stones first. I was like, this is going to be a short stream. Probably going to still end up doing this till 1. It's been too long since we last we spoke. What brings you here? Take this letter off my hands. So the rumors are true. I need not read this letter in full to know its contents. I understand that Ragnfried's volunteers are working to support the families of those lost in the war, which few will deny is a worthy cause, but to include the relatives of the Cranialupi. The skulls watched the Empire slay us in our thousands, and still they turned their cloaks and fought for our oppressors. They would ask us to mourn the depths of these curs alongside their victims. You have every right to be angry and to refuse. Ehrenwald wishes only that you read his account before coming to a decision. To dismiss it out of hand would be discourteous. Very well. Oh my god, he's such a wordsmith. I'm falling apart in tears. Oh shit. He just gave him the entire script of Fast and the Furious 10? No wonder he's in. All are meaningless if I cannot ensure the safety of those I love. I suspected some skulls had been faced with the self-same choice, but see how their kin suffered I cannot say I do not understand. Though I wish that I did not. The crimes will never be forgiven, they cannot be, but I and any others who are willing can offer our prayers for these tortured souls and the men they could have been. Good job, honey. He is not one to turn a blind eye to the bitter truth, painful though it is to confront. Yeah, Ehrenwald's a pretty cool dude. Alright. We got them in. Wait. Oh, you have a whole ass other mission that I never did. Huh. Anyway. We're gonna ignore that. Ain't none of my issue. Ain't none of my problem. And we're gonna talk to the sexy snake women. We're gonna go talk to the snacks. We're gonna talk to the snacks so we can get some sex. Yeah, buddy. How you doing, baby? To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? This love letter from me to you. And it is as I suspected. There has been rumors that such a ceremony would take place, although you have traveled far to make this invitation, I must decline. We cannot mourn the loss of the fallen if the Craniolupia to be counted among them. Like the Kaelana, they chose to aid the Garlean oppressors, killing and bleeding for those who would pillage our lands. And are we to assume that Kaelana, who died fighting for the Empire, will be honored as well? If so, there is all the more reason for us to refuse. As you're right, and no one will say otherwise. Came only to present a letter and ask that you read in full. And Vault understands and accepts that you might refuse. His only request was that you read it. Yeah, I'll do this both times. When you watch a stream, but the people in chat get on your nerves. What's happening? What's happening? If you insist. I was watching this guy play God of War for the first time. No one was spared suffering in the occupation, not the resistance, not the collaborators, not the families of both. Oh, okay. So I left. Yeah. It's my horror it's my constant horror and concern that, because I think all of you guys are cool. All of you guys are fine. But my concern and horror is when, like, is like that. That's like, I don't have. Second is that I don't do a good enough job of making sure that you dum-dums don't be dum-dum too much. In the chat, and that somebody's gonna read it and go like, I'm out of here, and then run away. And I'm like, no, but stay, please. But stay, hang out. I like new people. Bobby gets a few of them sometimes, but he's very good at placating them. I think the last time I had a real bad, if you failed a vibe check, I just ban you. Damn. I think the last time I had a real bad one was a dude who came in while I was playing Infamous and started talking about, like, the people that he idolized and were some of his favorite people were serial killers. Yeah. So that happened on stream. Oh no, a Tumblr user. I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad. You had that locked in the chamber. Second was like, Alray got all 6 chambers loaded. Tumblr doesn't idolize them. They just want to fuck them. See, that is a clear, needed difference. Verde understands. Can't believe Automa didn't yell at me for once. Don't. Obviously, I've set up Automa to only yell at Espanol. Didn't you guys figure that out by now? They're not here, right? They don't know? Shh. 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 I'm erasing the VOD. They'll never know. We need a MILF check. Yeah. Before I get ahead of myself, though, I must remember that this is only the beginning. Bringing everyone together is one thing. Coming to an agreement on an extremely divisive issue is a different kettle of fish. Why the fuck you got kettles of fish? Are you making fish tea with living fish? The fuck, Aaron? What's wrong with you? Yeah, sure. I'll visit. That sounds like fun. Oh yeah, that is what I figured. Where'd my... Yeah, no, but it was... And I think the best I could do during the stream was just be like, yeah, man, you probably shouldn't idolize them. Like, it's one thing to be interested in, like, learning about them. 'Cause I get that to an extent. You know, like, people who like watching Mindhunter, right? And then it's like, oh, what's Mindhunter? Like, who are these people that they're meeting in Mindhunter? And then they go Wikipedia diving on some people, like a Ted. And it's like, okay, yeah, what? Yeah, that's understandable. But I was like, you shouldn't idolize them, homie. At the end of the day, they're not good. But after the stream, I took a clip of that moment and I reported him, which may have done jack shit, may have been a bad thing, because for all I know, the way that Twitch handles that is by calling the fucking police, for all I know, which would have escalated things harshly. So I don't know how that went. I hope it didn't go bad. But yeah, I think about that every now and then. The fact that I remember that was an Infamous stream. It was me streaming Infamous from PS Now on a whim. I played all of Infamous 1 through PS Now. It actually worked pretty fine. But like, it was 3 days of me streaming that, and that's just burned into my brain. I think hands down that's like the worst person I've ever had in chat. Brothers and sisters, arguing will avail us not. Think you have it on PS3? I need to play 2, and then Second Son. Rest on my shoulders and yours, on those of every man, woman, and child. To uphold our honor, to strive for prosperity, to protect our loved ones. We all know the weight of these responsibilities. 'Twas that self-same weight which drove many of our people to serve our oppressors, misguided as it was. And though they chose a different unconscionable path, in the end we all wanted the same thing. To deliver our families from persecution, that they might live to see one more day. Because another day in shame and self-hatred was still better than none at all. Most of my chat is pretty reasonable until Ko shows up. Oh no. The regretful dead are survived by the despair, a despair which threatens to drag us all into an abyss from where there's no escape. Know that it surely will if we welcome it into our hearts out of the stain. But we Alamegans will not be so easily defeated. We will stand united and conquer this menace. I think the only other thing that, and it's not a big deal, and I understand because like when you're really into like typing something out, you might type a whole lot. But I need to set a character limit in my stream, because every now and then a couple people are guilty of like the chapter, and it's like, no, I get it too, and I'll sit down and read the whole thing. So that like that's fine with me, and that's not like a big like, oh Jesus, what are you doing to my chat thing. It's just like, but it stands out. It's like, Jesus, like, especially because of the size of my screen in OBS, it will just take up the chat. And I just look at it and I was like, I gotta scroll up, hold up, and I'll read it. I love reading it, but it just, yeah, the way it breaks the flow, that's the thing that I think I'm gonna set a character limit, just because it's the way that it just erases the rest of chat. Not even the case of wanting to write that much. I, in fact, think that's good, at least in terms of it makes me feel happy that someone wants to like say that much to me, especially because I think every time it's happened, it's been in a positive light. It's been them like sharing information on something that they're really interested in, or like as I'm talking about how I feel about a game and them giving their opinion. So it's always a good thing. It's just like that. Sometimes it can get deep. Like damn son, you wrote several paragraphs here, homie. You wrote the entire chapter of a book. This is chapter 5 of the book too. It's not the first chapter. The introductory chapter, that's only like 15 pages. Now we're into the book. It's now the 30-page chapter. Speaking of which, you will recall the incident with Hydaelyn and Alagana. Young girl she saved, and her mother wished to thank her personally. Considering what happened last time, though, I have reservations. Be a valuable opportunity to present a former scholar in a more positive light. On the other hand, I don't need to tell you how unpredictable she can be. That's before taking her echo into consideration. That's a conversation for another day. I say we let her go so that I can watch her transform and then have to beat her up. That's a piece of fish. Am I about to get a fucking piece of fish? Or random... What? Something terrible has happened. Ghost enters the chat, and the first thing on my mind is, what absolutely batshit stuff have you gotten into today, Ghost? That's... Hey, that's my favorite part of Ghost showing up. I see Ghost, and I'm like, he's done something today. He's lived a life, all right? When you and me, second, are gonna remember several years of our life and just straight up be real with me, at least it's like there were several years at a time where it's just I woke up to go to work and then I went to sleep. I feel like Ghost hands down will have the most days out of the year of, yeah, that day I ended up kayaking down a waterfall or some other nonsense. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, Ghost, you did that today? Guys, I'm texting into chat from my burner phone in Nicaragua. The NSA is after me. So yeah, right? It's like, Ghost is on some adventures. I'm so happy for Ghost every time. He went charging off to Aligana to ask them if they have a... Oh, where did Fordola go? Did Fordola hide because she doesn't want to say hello to the young child because she's like, no, but I'm evil? Am I gonna get to slap her with a fish to break her out of it? Break her out of her depression? I'll do it. Don't think I won't smack the hell out of her with a fish. That hands down has to be the best outcome that I could think of. Oh, she was down here? Oh, the camera. Oh. Wait, no, she's down. Oh. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, it's based around the girl. Girl and the mom. Damn, y'all live on the cliffside? I wasn't expecting to see you here. You've heard what's happened then. As you may know, she wears a choker enchanted to prevent exactly that. If I were to give the order, she would be dead within moments, and she knows that. She took the risk anyway, so I have to believe she has a good reason. That's what we're looking into now. We were hoping Claro and young Lally here could shed some light into the matter. We'd like to ask you about your conversation with Fordola, if we may. Yes, of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested a meeting to express my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke as if she weren't even listening. And then I mentioned the blasphemy and she looked at Lally, and all of a sudden clutched her own head and cried out, oh, she echoed. The echo. Can you remember what you were thinking about at the time? A man, the one I saw in the city. Oh, shit. Well, we found a witness. I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was all right, and he said yes. He had a nice smile. Oh, okay. Did you save him for like 5 seconds? And they exploded again? Yep. Got up and started walking, but then... Yeah. That kept him going for all of like 10 seconds. He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened I didn't want to talk about it, not even to Mom. I wish you'd said something sooner. I'm sorry, Puppet. It's my fault for leaving you on your own. Man who turned into a blasphemy, I'd wager. Girl saw him, which means Fordola has now two. There's one other thing. When Fordola was having her funny turn, she said something. Charlie? No, Charlotte, I think. Yes, that was it. He looked familiar. Was that the wait, no, but that couldn't be because she killed the brother, she said. Has anything to do with the skulls? The Silver Griffins should have some information on him. Let's have a word with Ragnfried then. Yep. Yeah, she said she killed the brother of the dude who turned downstairs in Aligana. But that had to have been another skull that she knew. Oh, wait, right. She needed to find the brother of the dude who died at at the fort when she fucking shot all of them. So that must be who she saw. That name came up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation, and his whereabouts is currently unknown. Had an older brother named Ansreed, which would give him a connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who can tell us more about him? Yes, an uncle. We recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlotte. You most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones. Okay. Yeah. Wait. I just thought about it. It was like, I can teleport to the Sleeping Stones. No? No, I can't. Shit. I'm happy that I remembered that little, that singular detail at the very last second. Yeah. Oh, hey. Look. A lookout. I can take time to forget about what I was doing for a lookout. Yeah, hidden tier. All right. Oh, wait. I love you, Sheba. But I have a new love. A new pupper. Created by Vana. This dog-like familiar lends his back only to those who have won his favor, which you have already had by the time you first met him in Mare Lamatorum, owing to the quirks of time travel. Yeah. Oh, and I side saddle. Yeah. I'm a lady. Because of her hairstyle, right? I was like, Minfilia Papa, right? Hello. Do you like my shiny pup? Should have asked what he looks like. I'll be fine. That's him over there. Yo, Unc. The last remaining vestige of your family turned into a blasphemy that's killing everybody. And I think one of our buddies is gonna go murder him. You cool with that? Thanks. Hope we're not interrupting you breaking this rock. Oh no, of course not. It's good to see you, Rackenfried. My word, the Bull of Alamigo and the Champion of the Alliance. What brings such esteemed guest to our humble party? At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. Charlotte, you found him. Sorry, man. It's the worst. No luck then. Yet then. Oh, we're not going to mention how we're pretty sure that he's the blasphemer? Okay. Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. His parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our kin's citizenship. All the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treat us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother to be spat on as traitors by association. One thing led to another, and Ansfred, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know, the Craniolupi. Guys, his loyal little pups. Do you remember the names of these friends? It's unfortunate every time I'm like, yeah, but Gaius is a cool guy now. Yeah. Charlotte was part of their group too, yes. But from what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Wouldn't have lasted a day in training. He knew that better than anyone, of course. Not that it helped him to feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their depths, for not stopping them when he had the chance, for not being strong enough to fight by their side. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe. Yep. He's doing great, man. He's the safest he could be. So do we. Thank you. The information you've shared should prove useful. And for you, I brought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go and enjoy it with your family? Here you go, buddy. Some taco. Some takoyaki. Have some squid balls. Hey, second, you were playing Splatoon 3, right? Do they serve squid balls? Like, for some reason, in the back of my mind, I'm convinced that Splatoon 3 is full of cannibalistic squids. Can you tell me? Okay. Were you playing this? You were playing the single player, right? I stopped in for like all of 5 minutes before I was pulled away. And I think I saw you entering a single player thing. Okay. I recognized the vent thing from... I never played Splatoon 1 or 2, but I saw someone play the single player of Splatoon 1. And I remember seeing like that. Oh, that's the vents that they hop into. The little drains. Not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlotte himself was a childhood friend of Fodola's. So he refused to support the Silver Griffins as well. His brother and his friends died as Specula Imperators, save for Fodola. The gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fodola felt about Charlotte after seeing Lily's memory of him transforming into a blasphemy. Brother of a man she killed and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran to kill the beast. Fodola is a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You've seen for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make. And if you can learn to feel sympathy for her, maybe others can too. Yes, it's just like Among Us. It's Among Us. It's Among Us. We figured it out, guys. We know who the blasphemy is. Time to go shoot him in the face. Oh, that's why I get caught. It's the meal that we gave to the uncle. I want to boo this entire video game. If it wasn't for the fact that it was so amazing in so many ways, I'd boo this entire video game for giving me fish. Feed me. For Fodola, I've put Minago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they found her, they had my permission to lend whatever support they deemed necessary. Alright? And here we go. The finale, the gift of mercy. Look at all those materia, they're useless. Thank goodness you're here. Commander Aldine needs to see you right away. Follow me. Keep it contained until I arrive, but do not engage if you can help it. Understood. That was Minago. A unit has found Fordola, or rather, she has found them. In fact, I have Fordola on the search party's link pearl. She wants a word with you. This is urgent, so be quiet and listen. The blasphemy, my friend, is right in front of us. Tracked him down, and when he spotted me, he started heading towards Specula Imperators. Look, Jax, I need your help. Charlotte's not... He never wanted to hurt anyone, but this thing he's become is... Can't leave him like this. I've got to stop him wherever it takes. I'm on my way. I feel like if I told her not to engage, I'd hear her swinging. As she was like, what? Can't hear you over the swing of my sword. Got the blasphemy don't surround it. Shit. Get ahead of it, but maintain distance. We need to... Fordola, what are you doing? Fordola! Fordola! Yep, there it is. I'm gonna go kill me a blaspheme. Yeah. What's the quickest way to Specula? Oh, it's through Robon. Got it. Radiata and Allegaria are not that far. If we let the blasphemy slip through our fingers, it doesn't bear thinking about. While Fordola is determined to slay it by our own hand, we can't allow her recklessness to put the lives of others in jeopardy. I'm ready. Good thing I'm a healer. Damn, that's a big boy. Jesus Christ, it's just you guys? No wonder you need backup. Put a line. Commander Aldine and the Warrior of Light will be here any moment. Stay strong. It's us. At any moment. Damn, he kicked your fucking shin out. I love Robot. You've done well. Leave the rest to us. Yes, sir. Okay, now, can we keep some of them? Yeah, not all of them are injured. Can I keep most of these guys? Traitor to them, to everyone. Oh, okay, we're just remanning it? Sure. Panago, my other wife. Oh, this is a good time to echo. Oh, yeah. Oh, feed it full. Feed it to the brim. Yep. Here are the children at the beginning. I wish there was another way. So do I, but fighting's the only thing I'm any good at. Makes me wonder how I ended up with such a clever brother. Too clever for my own good, maybe. Just the thought of going into battle about getting hurt, but having to hurt other people. That man got a strong chin. He's a bleeding heart, Charlotte. Didn't befriend a fly, then shoot away, much less kill it. I could kill it if I wanted. I could. You punk ass. But you don't, and there's no shame in that. Leave the soldiering to us, Charlotte. We'll show the Garleans what we're capable of. Get the power and respect we deserve, and then things will change. They will, you'll see. We found a place for ourselves, and you'll find yours soon enough. Alright, that'll do. Everyone who's listening, meet back here tomorrow. Hut. Hey. Second, do they know that they're all in a polyamorous marriage with you? Are all of your wives aware of the setup here? In the end, what good did I do? They gave everything they had to give while I hid like a rat waiting for the storm to pass. Coward. 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 Ah! And then the final days happened, and he turned into that. What a cutie. Alright, who's tanking? It's Rarbon, right? Better dead, better forgotten. Not your fault. It's not. You didn't do anything wrong, and I... Stop. Don't you do it. I'm the coward, the traitor, the butcher. I'll always be the butcher. Where's my fish? Don't you dare, Fodorla. You don't get to end it. You don't get to give up. You have a lifetime to make amends and atone, to become something more than you were. But if you die here, you are everything they say, everything they believe. Is that what you want? Yeah, tell him, Minago. Death is the easy escape, punk ass. She's not going anywhere. Arenvold, Arenvold, you're in a Why did you... Okay, oh, okay. I was like, did you wheel yourself here? Nowhere else I'd rather be. Can't fight by your side, but I can still cheer you on. This feels dangerous. How you were left behind while your friends rushed into battle. Really hard, isn't it? Wanting to do something so desperately with every fiber of your being, knowing that you should be able to, you should, but you can't. So you found another way to support them, your way. You did that too, didn't you? You were there for them, even if they didn't feel like it. But you were, Charlotte, you were. As a friend of mine once said, not all heroes are forged in the fires of battle. Oh. Hey, second, how do you feel about the fact that your wife has a boyfriend? I'm like a sleeper agent, and I'm activated by 3 different code words known by each of them individually, so I can never be tried for my infidelity. Wow. That's amazing. What a setup. This man is fucking Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yes, grant him the peace he deserves. Select a Manchurian candidate, but like 3 levels deep. Oh my god. Hands for Hydaelyn. One day we'll be together again, but not yet. You never hurt anyone, Charlotte. That's not who you are. You'll be remembered as the kind soul you always were. Yeah. Blasphemy, Charlotte. I wonder. Yeah. Ironvault doesn't have legs, so if I just carry Padola up some stairs or sit. I wish there was a pause button in this MMO. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Jesus Christ. Alright, which one of these idiots? You have that. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Good work, everyone. Oh, I was right. I'll draw his attention. Jackson's keeping in the fight. Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry. I have the whole healing thing in check. That was a crazy attack there, boy. Oh. Keep away from it. Got it. Ooh. I'm just barely standing in it a bit. Keep that popping. I want to be pushed that way. There we go. You know what? Yep. How you good? How you doing? Yeah, you're doing good. I'm not liking the way that it's... my lock-on is treating me right now. What's that line? Oh, it's an Asuna? Got it. Oh, we're switching sides. Got it. Okay, cool. We must be together? Which one is this? Oh, it goes in the way that they popped in. Okay, fair enough.
Show them what we're made of!
We're doing it. We're doing it. You got that. Oh, I popped it before it was actually time for the Asuna. Okay. Did you hit him with it? No. Oh. There we are. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I was waiting for that to be like two of them. Or like multiple shots. Okay, this isn't too insane. He's fulled up. And he's suffering. Oh, shit. Got it. No adjust in case. Cool. Oh, good. You're gonna do it multiple times. Okay. I wish I had more 5 seconds. Oh my god. Just hard healing, hard healing. Get in, my girl. She has a good limit. Why does her limit break do 20% of damage? Explain. Explain. Her and she's a bust ass Sadu. And Sadu literally casts Meteor. Oh look, you're in the Naruto mind space. Thank you. I mean it. Nothing doing. Oh my god. They practically have kids. Practically have a family of 5. Can't just high five like that. The adultery. The scandal. Yeah, ooh, ah, yeah. Hand holding. Not in my Christian Minecraft server. I've been looking everywhere for you. Have you now? Oh. I haven't heard this in a bit. Put down the last remaining beast spawned by the blasphemy. It's a pity we could do naught for those who turned, but that we were able to prevent further casualties and nothing short of a miracle. It's astonishing too, looking back at Charlotte's case. Although his existence spurred others to transform, he never attacked any settlements or travelers. Even when he underwent a change in the middle of a crowded street, those who were present escaped with minor injuries at worst. I think that deep down, his compassion is what kept the raging blasphemy at bay. The only time he emerged from hiding was to journey to the place where his brother died. Aye, it's clear he still retained some semblance of his former self. Another victim of the Empire's terrible legacy, along with his friends and so many others. But the Cranial Lupi wasn't the creation of the Imperials alone. Many of those youths sought a place with them because they were denied one with us. That's why the memorial ceremony is so important. It's our chance to face our past together, to give them in death what we couldn't in life. You'll be attending, won't you? I haven't been ordered to, so I suppose not. In light of your leal service to Alamigo, I intend to have the conditions by which you are bound eased. Providing I'm able to obtain approval, you will be granted a degree of freedom. At the very least, we should soon have no need for that choker. And there'll be no objections from me. You've done well. Little smirk. She's so happy. If I didn't know better, I think you were smiling. Well, I, for one, couldn't be happier her efforts are being recognized. Gives me that much more motivation to continue my work with the Silver Griffins and bring the people of Alamigo closer together. Had to do my best to keep up with a certain little lordling. Aye. Yeah, she's schmoovin'. That little Lalafell. I will get some rest. Thank you. The ceremony's gonna be its own whole ass mission, isn't it? I'm like, I finished though. You free me from my binds. As both the guardian of Alamigo and as your sworn comrade, to express my thanks for coming to our aid in these desperate times. No matter what manner of disaster may befall us, your presence alone is enough to keep the flame of hope burning. Even someone on the very precipice of despair, such as Fordola, can find salvation in your guiding light. You know, I'm being thick, aren't you? Heaven forbid people would stop throwing themselves in harm's way at every opportunity. I'm tempted by both of these. Nah. It's like, damn, son, that's a lot of praise from you. You dying? You good? Am I? Both Monaco and Ironbolt said much the same thing. Must be getting soft in my old age. In any case, it's safe to say we've all benefited enormously from your sterling work here. Couldn't ask for a better healer or a better friend. Our ambassador in Razatan would be relieved to learn of our successes here. If you happen to cross paths, give him my regards, would you? Adieu. And then we teleport back to Razatan. And we finish this bad boy up. Yeah. Yeah, no, that is a good little role quest thing because it also it very much leans into the entire theme of the, well, obviously, right? Imagine if these didn't fit well with the theme of the expansion. But to have, like, it sounds like all of these are going to be like, look at the way that you were able to combat despair. And it's like, yeah, that's what you're going to end up doing for the finale. Literally defeat despair. It went great. Eliminating blasphemies, helping organize a memorial ceremony, they've certainly kept you busy. Be sure to send word of your exploits to Old R. Wait till the Sultana hears about this. The Grace will not be the only one to welcome this news. On behalf of the Grand Company AOSIA and our allies, allow me to express my most heartfelt gratitude. You can now dye the job-specific gear for level 9 healers. You mean this? Yeah. 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 Anywho, we can end here. So, announcement time. The thing I want to mention is I'm taking 2 weeks off, you motherfuckers. So there won't be any streams for the rest of this week or next week. The reasoning being, I literally am running. By the way, you can also unlock the extremes now. Right, I should go do that. With this recording, I will have filled the entirety of my hard drive that I use to record these streams. I need to edit. I barely have time in the day to edit. But if I'm streaming at night, then there's no time at all for me to edit. Except for my days off on Friday night and Saturday. And I'm usually stupid tired and would like to just do nothing. So, I'm not going to stream for 2 weeks. So I can maybe do at least one video. Imagine I actually release a new video on my YouTube channel. Wouldn't that be swell? So I'm going to edit stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to take 2 weeks off. I hope you understand. I hope you're excited for whatever videos pop up. I think what I'm going to try to do is I already started editing Stranger of Paradise. Thank you. I already started editing Stranger of Paradise. And I also had Final Fantasy II from my year of Final Fantasy that it was mid-edit. And is... So I'm going to try to finish both of those. Like a week each. So hopefully I'll have those 2 videos. And that will also allow me to clear up space in my hard drives and stuff. So that I'll have a while before I have to take another week off. I'm going to try to edit as much stuff as possible so I don't have to be like, see you guys in a month. I got to edit all my footage. But we'll work on that. Anyway, or I'll finally just pay an editor. That'd be smart. But yeah, when I come back, we will obviously in 14 start doing the patch quests and my raids. I'm excited to do that Pandemonium raid. I knew it was Pandemonium. That was the name of it was kind of a spoiler to me. Or not really, but it's like I called it out when we got to the tower in Garlemald, right? I was already like, look at this fucking Pandemonium ass shit. So I'm not surprised by, they included Pandemonium as the raid. Whoop-de-doo. But yeah, so we'll do that in 14. We're gonna be playing God of War on God of War mode. And then I think, I'm gonna start up the Year of Zelda. Now, the way I'm doing this differently than the Year of Final Fantasy, Year of Final Fantasy 1 had 1 million games that I didn't make it through, but I had to be playing Final Fantasy games every stream to even do the ones that I did. This time, there are less Zelda games, and several of them take way less hours. The only one that could take a large amount of time is Breath of the Wild, and that's if I decide to do everything in it, which I'm not going to. Fuck you and those Korok seeds. I'm not getting 900 of them just to extend the playthrough by another 90 hours. So, but everything else is like short. Like hell, the first couple of games I could probably beat in 2 streams. So yeah, we're going to limit the Year of Zelda to being like 1 or 2 streams a week. So instead of Year of Final Fantasy, where every stream was a Final Fantasy game, Year of Zelda is like, I'm gonna try to also come up with a graphic for that so I can be like, hey, it's Year of Zelda Day. So, and we're gonna start, I'm gonna do it probably in like chronological order or release order. Let's do release order. So I'm gonna start with The Adventure of Zelda. Is it Adventure? Yeah, The Adventure of Zelda. Or Zelda. We're starting with the first one. We're starting with the NES. And then I'll play The Adventure of Link for the first time in my life. That's gonna be hard. That's a hard game. I've seen it. But yeah, I will. But that's the plan. That's the game plan in 2 weeks. Also, I'll be able to stream longer too, because I'm taking vacation from work from August 6th to August 12th for New York Comic Con, which is on the weekend of August 6th through the 6th, 7th, 8th, and is there a Sunday? There's no Sunday, I don't think so. 6th, 7th, 8th. And then I'm on vacation through to the Wednesday the next week. So I'll probably be taking that time to I'll start earlier. I'm not going to be streaming the entirety of the day, but I'll probably start at 8 p.m. and we'll go to 1 as per usual. So a 5-hour stream, that should be good, right? Depends on how I feel about what I'm playing, but we'll try to do that. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed the doubleheader. Like I said, I wanted to officially finish 6.0 before I disappeared for 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm not going to pop in on Thursdays to be like, hey, we're playing, and not stream the other days. And then be like, hey guys, yeah, see you in another week and a half. All right, bye. So I figured I'd do this today. Okay. That was enough explanation out of my dumbass. Good night.